Hey there, it's Ange here. This is a super short mobility routine that you can do, that I love to do when things get busy and you only have a short amount of time to move your body and still give yourself that self-care. So come and join me now. We'll start standing, spread the toes on the floor. Make sure your big toes pointing forward. Relax the shoulders, head on top of the spine, roll the shoulders down and back. Create a little bit of tension in the upper body. We're going to move our neck to start with. So we're going to drop our chin down towards your chest. We rotate all the way over one shoulder as far as you can. Start to drop the ear down. Open back into some extension. Drop the ear on the other side, so we side bend, rotate towards that shoulder, roll down and we come back up. We're going to do the same thing other direction. Drop the chin, rotate to the shoulder as far as you can, drop the ear, open up into extension, drop the opposite ear, rotate down all the way towards your chest and come back up. One more each side, drop the chin down, flexion. If you get any catching or pinching, rotate in the side bend. Bypass that bit and just work on the parts that feel good. This is going to move our neck in all directions. Last one here, drop the chin down, rotate over your right shoulder as far as you can, drop the ear into side bending, extend back, side bend the other side, rotate down all the way and come back up. So good. Right, we're going to move to our upper back now. We're going to give ourselves a hug. So your elbows are touching at the front here and we open up the upper back. Similar thing here, we're going to round the spine and drop the elbows down towards the ground. We rotate to the left as far as you can. Your torso will allow you. Try and keep the hips forward. Drop the shoulder down to a side bend. We go back into extension. Side bend the other side. Rotate to that side and then come back. We'll go the other direction. Rotate as far as you can. Side bend. Extend. Side bend. Drop the shoulder. Rotate to that corner. All the way forward and then come up. One more each side. You got it. Round. Yep. Side bend. Rotate. Side bend. Extend back. Side bend. Drop the shoulder. Rotate and come through. Last one here. Rotate. Side bend. Extend. Yes. Side bend feels so good. Rotate. Come back through your middle. And come up. So good. Round the shoulders. Okay. Feet hip width apart. You can even bring them maybe just a little bit wider here. We're going to open up into some thoracic extension. So roll the shoulders back and we start to look up, extending the spine. Make sure your chin is slightly tucked here so we're not just dumping into your neck. And then from here we come forward. We tuck the chin, round the spine. One vertebra at a time, come down into some flexion. You can bend the knees at the bottom, let the head and neck really drop. I even like to kind of do a nice little sway here, side to side when I get to the bottom. And then we round back up, tuck the tailbone, get the lower back to curve. One vertebra at a time, take a breath in. We go again, into extension, chest to the sky. Tuck your chin, round the spine, all the way forward. Let everything drop. You can do the same thing, or you might like to bring the right hand to the right. Go for a twist one way. Yes. And then lean to the left, twist to the right. This one can feel really good. Come back through the middle, roll back up, one vertebra at a time. One more here. Open chest to the sky, breathing in. Exhale, round the spine. Get that vertebra moving, flexing on each other. This one will bring the hands a little further forward. Still bend the knees. You can do that little sway. And then when you're ready, we're going to sink the hips to your squat. And you can just have a little wriggle around here. We'll do that a couple of times. Lean into the hands. Stretch the hips to the sky. You can even bring weight to the hands here. Nice little wrist warm up for you. And then sink the hands back down. Two more like that. Lean forward, hips to the sky. Drop the head. Open up the back of the knees and hamstrings. And then sink the hips. We've got one more to go. Leaning forward. Lift the hips on up and then sink the hips on down. Now you can hang out in your squat here. You might like to go for a twist. Right hand leans to the right. Open everything up to the sky. Come through your middle, left to lean to the left. Open up to the sky. And then coming through the middle. All right, you can just lean forward. Just a little bit more time in our squat here. Breathe. And then slowly come up, lean into the hands behind you, and you can sink your bottom onto the ground here. Bring the feet kind of wider than your hips, roll the shoulders back, and we'll just go for some nice little windscreen wipers here. This is nice on the lower back and the hips. Don't worry too much about where they go. Keep it pain-free, left to right. And then we'll finish so that we go to the left and we're in this nice Z sit here. We're gonna continue the hands around to the floor on the left. Go for a nice twist. Take a few deep breaths. So good. Slowly unwind, come through the middle, over to the other side. This time we'll twist to the right. 2 hands. Rotate. Yes. Come back through. We'll go one more time to the left. This time you can bring the left hand behind you, reach the right hand to the sky, and you can even reach back into some extension. Open up. And then come back down. We'll do 2 more like that. Press down into the legs, reach up. Come back in. 1 more here. Pressing through the hand. Reach up, open up the hips, lean back. Come through. Let's do the other side. So you make that nice Z sit. Right hand comes behind you. Left hand reaches up. Follow with your eyes, your hand here. And then come back down. Nice back extension. Press and open. So good. 1 more here, team. Press and open. And come back down. Amazing. We're going to meet on all fours here. Take the legs off to the side. Hands spread underneath your shoulders. You can go for some nice wrist circles here. One way. Warming up those wrists. So good to get some weight bearing through here. And the other way. Yeah, you got it. And then we'll reach, tuck the toes, we'll reach the hips back towards your heels, drop the hands, take a breath here. We'll start to round forward into your cat. So we're a rounded spine. We slowly unwind, one long wave, dropping the hips, opening the chest to a nice easy up dog. You can always look over one shoulder or the other. See how that feels. Take a breath, tuck your chin, round through your spine and press back. Oh, I love this one. Big inhale. Exhale, round. Slowly unwind and open. Nice over one shoulder and the other. And then tuck your chin. Rounding back. 3 is the magic number. 1 more here. Big inhale. Exhale, rounding and opening here. Exploring around. If it feels better to kind of hang out nice and low, you can do that. Roll the shoulders down and back and come up high. And then we'll meet back on all fours. Nice easy twist here on all fours. So we'll bring the right hand a little wider. Big opening to the left. And then coming through, lean the left hand out nice and wide. Big opening to the right. 1 more each side. Lean to the right. Whole self. Move from your middle. And then last one here. Lean left. Open. And then come on through. So good. Come back to all fours. Tuck your toes. This time center lifts up. Nice down dog here. Let's pedal our heels. 1 up, 1 down. Love a good calf stretch and foot stretch here. You can even play in your down dog here. Maybe leaning to the left, opening the right leg up. Maybe bending the knee, opening the hip. Coming through the middle. Lean right. Open the left leg up. Open the hip. You can keep a soft bend in both knees. 1 more each side. Lean left, opening up. And then coming on through. Lean right, opening up. Big inhale. And then coming on forward. Let's roll that 1 long wave. So we're in a plank here. So good. Now if you can hang out in the top of your plank for a little morning core work, or you can lean one way, lean the other, and hang out in your elbow plank here. Maybe a little rock, forward and back, left to right. Good time, good time. Just hanging out a little bit longer, you've got it. So good. And then when you're ready, come up to your full plank, and if you're not already there, one way and the other, back towards your down dog. So nice. Let's take that easy walk to the front of your mat. Walk forward. And then we'll lean to the right side in your forward fold. Take a big step back with your left leg. lower that knee down. So nice. Now in this hip stretch, let's come up. We'll tuck our tailbone, roll the shoulders down and back. Nice, easy hip stretch here. So you can hang up high. You might even like to go for a nice side bend here. A couple of rounds leaning over. Or you might like to just do a couple of rounds hinging forward. And then you can bring it down for a few more breaths, hands either side of that front leg. Slow down your breath. Notice the sensations. It's important we take a moment in each day to check in how we feel. You can hang out there, tuck the back toes, maybe a nice little runner's stretch. Or you can even rock between the two here. A little bit more mobility work. So good. And then we'll go into this runner's stretch here, take our whole self forward, keep going. And we end up back in a forward fold, the head and neck drop. So good. Then we'll lean to the left just like we did on the other side. Big step. You can hang out in the top of your lunge or drop the knee. If you did it on the other side, tuck the tailbone nice and tall. Go for your little side bends here, or maybe just a rock with the hips as you squeeze the bottom. Or just hang out at the front here. You can go for the runner's stretch, soft bend in the knee, maybe stay there or rock forward and back. Feels good. It's also a good time to practice moving how you feel intuitively instead of copying me. Find something that works for you. And then next one, we're gonna lean back. We're gonna walk all the way forward so much this back leg lifts onto the front. Rolling up one vertebra at a time. Big inhale. Exhale, forward, fold over your legs. You can lean forward, sink the hips back to that squat. If you feel like hanging out there, go for it. Or you can sit down onto your bottom, fingertips towards your toes. Roll the shoulders down and back. Press up for a nice reverse tabletop. Open the shoulders, squeeze your bottom. Take a few deep breaths. So good. Coming down, one more like that. Roll the shoulders down and back. Open up. Lift the hips, squeeze your bottom. And then slowly take a seat. And you can be cross-legged if you like, whatever comfortable seat works for you. Might feel nice to just have your hands relaxed, or maybe one hand onto your chest, one hand on your belly. We'll take 3 deep breaths to finish this practice. Big inhale through your nose. Long exhale out. Twice more, big inhale. Long exhale. Last one here, big inhale fills you up. And softly, gently letting it go. And coming back to how you breathe in your everyday life. Maybe taking a moment in this practice to just check in, ask yourself, what do I need right now? What have I made space for? Just see if anything comes through. What do I need? And then when you're ready, no rush, you can slowly open your eyes. Thank you for joining me. I hope that super quick movement break moved things in your body, shook things up, moved your energy, made you feel better, because that is why we move. Have a beautiful rest of the day, and I'll see you soon.